Yeah, my name is Ian Donald and I run Freedive UK. Certainly I think Cornwall's premier freediving school, hopefully the country's. Today we are running a mixed course. We're running a AIDA 3-star course, which is kind of an intermediate level course. We're also combining that with a beginner's course. We've got 2 instructors working with us today in order to be able to do that. We've been running the business for quite a few years now. In the time that we've been running the business, I've written a book as well, which underwater foraging, freediving for food. So you can pick that up as well if you want a bit more information. But today, the goal is for most people is to try and achieve some depth on what they're doing. So we've already had a couple of days of preliminary diving, doing some shallower stuff, doing some of the basic techniques. But today they're going to be going out into deep water, so 30 metres of water just off Falmouth, in order to be able to try and achieve the depth. So our 3-star divers have got to try and achieve a minimum of 24 metres on a single breath, whilst the other guys, well really they've got to try and get as deep as they want to go, whatever's safe basically. A little bit of a safety briefing on the boat, get everyone comfortable with how the day's actually going to operate. Once we actually go out to sea, then myself and the other instructor are going to get straight into the water, start setting up the floats.
Sorry, could you lift your fins?
Yep. Go for it, I'll release you.
Once the floats have been set up, we're going to drop 2 lines down, both with a bottom plate in order to signify the bottom. One line will be deep, 24 metres, the other one will be less deep, just within visibility. Today, somewhere around sort of 10-12 metres visibility, so that's where the bottom plate will be. And then we'll divide the groups into 2, and we're going to just teach them in order to be able to get to the depths that they need to do today. Certainly the 3-star guys, hopefully they'll be hitting the 24 metres. They're going to start with some shallower dives to warm up with. But the beginner guys, because they've only really had a couple of days training, in fact some have only had 1 day's training so far, they'll be looking at somewhere between 10 and 15 metres on today's course. So deeper than they've ever been before, and to put it into context, we're talking about the height of a 3-storey building with the roof on top as well. So it's a fair old way down on a single breath, but they've got all the training in place, so they should be absolutely fine. I think the sense of unity with the water is something that, you know, I don't want to put people off the idea of scuba diving, certainly, but freediving has a certain different aspect. You aren't relying on anything apart from what you bring down with you, okay? So it's just you, your lungs, your legs, your mask, that's it. There's no equipment to go wrong. And certainly the feeling that you get when you're down there is something quite unique. There's no noise, there's no sound of any breathing, there's no regulators, there's no bubbles. The flexibility and of course the freedom that you get as a freediver is incredible compared to scuba. Plus of course there is a challenge element as well. So it is a sport. It requires a certain level of fitness, of dedication, of practice, of training. And so the combination of all these factors just make for a really quite nicely well-rounded activity. It doesn't mean you have to go ridiculously deep. A lot of people think of freediving as a really crazy extreme activity, but really I'd say a lot of people have probably freedived without even thinking about it. Just advanced snorkeling could almost be considered freediving. Anything that gets you down, probably I'd say more than about 10 metres and you can call yourself a freediver. Just looking at the fish, enjoying the surroundings, taking it all in, and then coming back up for air and doing it again and again and again and again.
And if people want to learn with you how to free dive, is there a website or some way they can contact you?
Yeah, absolutely. Just go to freediveuk.com, drop us an email, send us a call. We work full time on this. This isn't like a part-time freediving outfit. We work 7 days a week. We're running at least 2 courses a week during the summer months. Over the winter we run holidays to warmer places when the UK isn't quite as pleasant. But yeah, then just get in touch, and we do AIDA courses primarily. So AIDA are kind of the biggest regulatory body of freediving, and they can start from a total novice, don't have to do any preliminary work. They'll come in, we'll tell them what to do, all the way up to teaching people to dive beyond 40 metres.